Welcome to this week's Workplace series. And today we're talking about timing because timing matters. In life, things often happen spontaneously or they can be carefully planned. And when something goes well, particularly when it sort of spontaneously goes well, we refer to it as luck. I've noticed something over the years of my career. The harder that I work and the more planned I am, the luckier I seem to become. The same principle applies to communication. I once heard someone say to me, Michelle, there's no wrong time to do the right thing. And while I love the intent, the sort of sentiment that sits behind that, there is a problem. Because it can be dangerous if it makes you think that you should say whatever you think, whenever you want. The art of communication, successful communication, isn't just about you. It's about the other person as well. And so what might feel like the right time for you could be completely the wrong time for the person that you need to have the conversation with. So before you step into that conversation, run a quick check. Ask yourself, is this the right time of day, the right location for this type of conversation? Is the other person really available? And by that I mean, are they attentive? Or are they distracted by other things that are going on and rushed and under pressure? Are you in the right headspace to have that conversation and to deliver your message well? Are you focused, calm, clear? And do you know what you want to say? Like, what's the core message and how you want that message to land? Have you thought through how the conversation might go? And do you then have enough time to really dig in? Or are you trying to squeeze that conversation into the cracks of the day? The challenge is if you don't consider these things, you risk that the message that you want heard goes unheard. Or worse, it gets misinterpreted. In the best conversations, the person in front of you feels seen, heard, valued. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything that they're saying, but it does mean that you take the time, you create the space. The return of investment is huge. Trust is elevated. The relationship is strengthened, and all of that builds your influence over time. So next time you're heading into that important conversation, consider, am I planning? Am I clear on the message? How are you going to pace it about what you're going to say and when you're going to say it? So think about that timing and the delivery and be clear about the outcome. Be intentional about what good looks like. And it's not just what good looks like for you, it's also what good looks like for the other person. And there's one more part to this that often people forget, and that's knowing when to create the space for silence, when to stop talking. Mark Twain said, "The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as the rightly timed pause." So this week, where have you delivered a good message, but at the wrong moment? And what's one conversation that you just need to slow down for and create a bit more space for this week? And lastly, remember, sometimes the most powerful move in a conversation is that pause that creates a space for the other person to think, respond, and so they feel fully heard. Take care. I'll see you next week.